Hi guys, good morning. It's Lisa. Today is Friday, January 19th, 2017, and I am here with, I do not know what week, so I'm going to have to look, but I do know that next week will be my actual 11 months post-duodenal switch. So I am on week 47, and I started my journey on January 2nd of 2017, and on that date I was at my highest recorded weight of 344.6. I had traditional duodenal switch surgery on February 24th, 2017, and on that day my surgery weight was 308.8. Last week I came to you at 171.6, and this week, don't panic, okay? This week I'm coming to you at 173.8. So it's actually a 2.2 pound loss, which I'm totally fine with. I didn't have a horrible week by any stretch of the imagination, but I really am retaining water because, yeah, that time of the month, my ankles are actually quite swollen today. So I really wasn't shocked at all by that number, and I'm okay with it, and I'm not going to worry about it. So I actually didn't calculate my total pounds lost thing this week. It's something like 135 since surgery and 171 since January 2nd. So I'm kind of still right in that very low 170s range as far as what I'm weighing in at. But my head's in a way better place overall, and things are okay. So that's good. Hip is coming along nicely. I am actually off my walker. I have been able to be off my walker for, I think it's been 5 days, guys. I've been using my cane, and that to me is thrilling. It's somewhat challenging, still really, working hard with that. But yeah, I'm just thrilled not to have my walker every day. Go for a checkup next week with my orthopedic surgeon, and then pretty soon my gosh, before you know it, I'm going to be having my 1-year surgery, which is crazy. So, I waited until now, till I was in a better headspace to think a little bit about goals and things like that. I don't want to call them resolutions or, whatever, but I have kind of like 2 sets of goals because I haven't hit my 1-year mark. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. My goal for the rest of my 1 year is I would like to not see a number on the scale necessarily, but I would just like to be able to be really consistent for the next 4 or 5 weeks with my eating and with my water intake, and just continue to get more mobile. So that is really my goal. I am not putting a number on anything for the next, the remainder of my first year after surgery. And I've even considered after next week, when I have my 11-month weigh-in, I may not weigh the last month. I don't know. I've talked about that before. It's really hard not to weigh. I weigh once a week. Sometimes I'll jump on the scale like right in the midstream of things just to kind of see where things are at. But I don't know if I could go more than 1 week without that weigh-in. And I know that sounds really bad because I don't want to be a slave to the scale. But at the same time, we'll see. Maybe I'll try. I might fail, but I could try. But then, I started to think a little bit about my goals for 2018 as far as my next year post-surgery. And I honestly think that my goal would be to maybe lose another 20 to 25 pounds. Maybe that's it. I think that's kind of where I'm thinking. I think I'm kind of looking to end around 150. So I'm happy to take it as slow as it needs to go for the next 12 months. And just kind of up my exercise game and tone up and start thinking about what I'm going to do about my excess skin. and how I'm going to accomplish that. You know, I went back and forth about being able to go to WLSFA, even though I've had my ticket since forever and I've had my room reservation forever as well. But I am going. So, you know, for WLSFA, which is the end of May, beginning of June, I would like to see myself be right around 160, 165. That would be terrific. Less would be great. But, you know, my goals are pretty simple. I want to get back to swimming. I want to get back to being able to go walking. And those are huge things for me. And so, yeah, if I'm confusing anybody, my goals are to lose about 20 to 25 pounds in my year 2 of duodenal switch. So after a post-duodenal switch, that's my number 1 goal. My number 2 goal is to be able to get more active, to get back to walking the way I was able to walk prior to my surgery, get back to swimming as soon as the weather allows it, and just to be able to be more active again. So that's my number 2 goal. My number 3 goal is I am going to WLSFA, and I'd like to be in the low 160s by that time. I think very achievable, very realistic goals for me for my, you know, second year post-surgery. Oh, and last but not least, I want to keep my labs up. That's really important. I want to make sure that my vitamins stay on track and that I am really maintaining that. I'm a little bit concerned, honestly, when I go for my next lab work, which will be right before I have my 1-year surgiversary. I'm concerned because when I was in the hospital, my potassium plummeted and I had to have a potassium drip. Ouch. They hurt. And even with lidocaine, they're not pleasant. So I can't imagine these poor people that have that drip with no lidocaine. So I am concerned about my labs, you know, also because they would not let me take my vitamins when I was in the hospital. So, and they also wouldn't let me take them prior to surgery. I could not take my bariatric vitamins. I could only take a regular over-the-counter, 1 time a day vitamin. I could not take any extra vitamin A, which I was always low on. I couldn't take any extra vitamin, I think it was E, whatever. That's why I had to stop it. But anyway, so yeah, you know, all of that makes me a little bit nervous. And so I'm really hoping my lab work is okay. And yeah, that's just kind of where things are at. So things are going okay. Love you guys. Glad to see a bunch of new subscribers again. And if anybody has any questions about the DS or anything else that I can offer my perspective on, especially for you people who haven't had surgery yet or just had surgery and maybe have questions, I'm happy to answer and let you know my opinions on things and what my experiences are to this point. Yeah. So I hope you all have a great week. Can't wait for spring. So done with this cold weather. So very, very done. And I will talk to you guys next week. Next week will be my 11th month. See you then. Bye.